I grew up in a somewhat Christian household. I don't think neither my mom or my dad were really fully Christian, but I myself do believe Jesus died on the cross for our sins. If none of you have noticed yet, I've been putting Bible verses at the end of each of my videos, and like I said earlier, I believe in Jesus. So for this episode of Stuff That Scared Me as a Child, I wanted to do something special for Volume 6. So I settled on different depictions of hell across media. So get your crosses ready, your holy water bottled, and let's pray as we delve deep into the different depictions of hell that scared me when I was younger. Charlie's Inferno is a song made by the artist That Handsome Devil. Charlie's Inferno is actually a more recent thing that scared me, but since it scared me when I was 16 and I'm 17 now, I can practically put this on here. Charlie's Inferno is a song about a guy named Charlie who lives his life normally, but once he dies and goes up to the golden staircase to the pearly gates, he is rejected by the angels. But Charlie can't accept this. There must be someone they confuse him for. If he could see someone who knew him or in uniform, he probably could be accepted in. But he's thrown into the fiery pits of hell and sees the fatzos squealing like pigs while chained up and attention whores hanging by extension cords. Charlie is thrown in an elevator where he is met by a demon checking off an invite list, and Charlie's on that list. Charlie is put in a jar by the devil himself and put on a shelf, doomed to live out the rest of eternity in that jar on the shelf. There's a comment left under Ursur's fan animation of the song that really does explain the fear behind it. I'll read it out now. In my understanding of this song, Charlie was so focused on living up to the standards of a good person that he never actually took time to be a good person. Everything he did, even getting his wife cards and going to church, was all just so he could get into heaven. Heck, he was so excited to go to heaven he actually never really considered the people who would miss him. He never gave out the kindness of his heart, but out of the willingness to go to heaven. You could describe this as fraud or greed, but that's not the point. All in all, just be a good person, regardless of if God is watching or not. Thank you, MaruMaru.3471. This song has a really catchy tune, one that I bet a ton of people can sing in their head and not even realize the true meaning of the song until they eventually look deeper into the lyrics and find a man who tried his best to get into heaven, but he only wanted to get into heaven just to get into heaven. This scares me, like, a lot. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. I still fall to lust and I still swear like a sailor around certain people. And I feel as if one day I myself will die and will have to face the judgment from the Lord. And I fear that he will look the other way and not accept me in, dooming me to eternal damnation. This is probably the most terrifying thing I've ever delved into on this whole series. Move aside scary SML videos and evil Ronald McDonald. Charlie's Inferno is a terrifyingly catchy song. Flashback to episode 5 of Stuff That Scared Me as a Kid. I did a whole section about Mortal Kombat 9, but I only mentioned the Netherrealm to tease the next episode of Stuff That Scared Me as a Kid. That being this episode. Netherrealm is basically the hell of the Mortal Kombat universe. The time that the Netherrealm really scared me was when I was a little kid in my Mortal Kombat 9 phase. And me and my brother would also 1v1 each other a lot. I still hold a grudge against you, Ethan Neko DLC, for spamming Striker's gun move, you fucking... And I remember playing as Striker one day, and we were fighting in the Netherrealm stage, and my brother beat me, then performed this stage fatality on me, showing Striker's face melted off after getting curb stomped into the lava. The stage itself was also terrifying in general. The burning bodies in the background reaching out and screaming in pure agony scared the absolute hell out of me. Recently, a few months ago, as of making this video, South Park celebrated their 25th anniversary by rerunning the 1999 movie in theaters, and I watched it with my buddy Cameron. The movie, in my opinion, was pretty good. Funny here and there, and I liked the music, especially the Kyle's Mom song. The movie was playing as normal until Kenny inevitably died, and was denied access to heaven with a big denied access sign. This was when Kenny began falling down into the pits of hell and started getting attacked and pulled by demons trying to get a piece of him and tear him apart. This part wasn't as bad as some other scenes in the movie, but it really put a mark on me and had me start thinking, what if I get denied access to heaven, and I'm then let to fall into the deep pits of hell where I'm torn apart by demons and burnt alive? I'm not really sure, honestly, but I just hope this never happens. This entry was kind of cheating. I mean, I wasn't really a kid when it happened, but it was before I turned 17, so it counts. So, this entry will not be about Dante's Inferno entirely. It will be just about any depiction of hell or death I saw as a kid. Growing up, I was terrified of the thought of hell, and even to this day, I still am. Thinking of the thought that if I died right there, I could go to hell for doing something little like stealing a Lego figure from my cousin when I was 7. And seeing all these different depictions of hell and how they could be the true image of the fiery hellscape, and that once I die I'll be tortured for eternity for all my past actions. I know I talked about the same thing a bit earlier back at Charlie's Inferno, but I just need to really push just how scared I was and still am of hell. This episode is probably the most terrifying episode I've made due to the pure fear it gives me. Now, let's actually talk about Dante's Inferno. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I put the image of Dante's Inferno in the thumbnail as a last minute pick. I don't even remember being really that scared of it as a kid. But Dante's Inferno is remarked as being the originator of most depictions of hell. So I guess it kind of makes sense that this scared me because it caused a domino effect of every depiction of hell, such as Charlie's Inferno, the Netherrealm, the South Park's movie depiction of it, and many, many more. Hell in the Christian Bible is terrifying imagery of people being tortured and living out terrible things. It puts a thought in your head that this could happen to you if you're not careful with your faith, or if you live life with little to no care about what will happen to you after you die. Alright, this is the end. I basically scared myself half to death just making this video and thinking further onto the topic. So before I go, let me say this. Praise Jesus, reject the devil, and like, comment, and subscribe to keep me in the algorithm. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, as well as join my Discord server and follow me on Instagram. Okay, bye now.